So here's the second page of Project 2. Now keep in mind that the two pieces about the lemonade stand are not required for this project. So this is where you'll begin Project 2. So we're given a spreadsheet on chain discounts, and the instructions are to fill in the missing amounts on the spreadsheet. Easy enough. The most important relationship that we need to know is that an item's net price is equal to its list price multiplied by the net price rate. Now, understanding this equation will allow us to solve for this entire column over here. So the net price column is taken care of by using that one equation. Now I can also use that equation to help me find list price on the far left. So to find list price, I need to rearrange this equation and solve for list price. So I divide both sides of this equation by net price rate, and I find that list price is equal to net price divided by net price rate. So now I've got one equation that's helped me solve for the majority of this spreadsheet. All that leaves me is this net price rate column. So I'm going to use the chain discounts to help me solve for net price rate. So my net price rate will be equal to the product of, remember product means multiplication, the product of the complements of my chain discounts. The product of my complements of the chain discount. So what does that mean? Let's take row 1 for example. So in this case, there are 3 chain discounts. So I'm going to take the product of their complements. Now remember, a complement in this context is simply 100 minus whatever number at hand. So for example, 30%, the complement of 30 would be 70. So it's the other counterpart to the number that when I sum the two together would give me 100. So again, to find a complement, just take 100 and subtract off your number. So on line 1, for example, they reached the answer 50.4% by taking the complement of 30, which is 70%. I'm going to write it as a decimal. And I multiply that by the complement of my next chain discount. So 20%, 100 minus 20 is 80, so I'll use 0.80. And third, I have a 10% discount. The complement of 10 is 90 because 100 minus 10 is 90. So I've got the complements. I've got 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and I'm taking their product. I'm multiplying them together. So 0.7 times 0.8 times 0.9 is 0.504. Written as a percentage is 50.4%. So I'll do the same thing in line 2. Now there's only 2 discounts, 2 chain discounts in line 2. That's okay. You'll just take the product of those two chain discounts, those 2 complements. Now on line 3, you see we've only got 1 chain discount. That's okay. That saves us a lot of time. The answer will simply be the complement of 15%. Line 4, we go back to having 3 chain discounts, so we know how to solve for those. So again, anytime you only have 1 chain discount, just take the complement and that will be the net price rate, okay? Because the net price rate is describing what percentage you're paying. Chain discount describes how much you're saving. So for example, if I had a 50% chain discount, it makes sense that I would be paying 50%. 50% is my discount, which leaves 50% left for me to pay. Okay? Same thing on line 10 here. There's a 65% chain discount, which only leaves 35% left for us to pay. If you have more than 1 chain discount, you still take the complements and multiply them together to get your net price rate. So that's everything for page 2. So again, net price is equal to list price times net price rate. List price is net price over net price rate. And net price rate is the product of the complements of chain discounts. If there's only one chain discount, it's just the complement of that single chain discount.